Hey, I'm Eric Keach, and I am here with Ena Bowens, and she is another amazing client for Coach Tam, and she's here to talk about her experience. She's here to talk about her journey, what she's done to overcome some of the things she's been working on, the results, all of it. So, Ena, thanks so much for coming in, taking the time to do this. Something I really appreciate.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's kind of set the stage, or let's jump back because I don't know. We haven't spoken. I'm just really curious to know, like, what was it the big struggle? What was the big challenge or thing that you were looking to change or overcome that kind of led you to start training Coach Tam?
Um, my biggest challenge was more so just, of course, the weight, trying to lose weight. Having had unsuccessful moments before, where I've lost weight and gained it back, and it was just, I just said to myself that I just wanted to try something that I've never tried before, and I've never hired a personal trainer, and so it was just something that I just decided I wanted to do. My mother passed away. Back in December of 2015. And that was just like a big blow for me. And, coming back from that, and it just made me realize after watching her suffer that and giving her life more so to her family and not focusing on herself, that I just wanted to do something for myself for a change.
Okay, so that was the trigger. That was basically you said, okay, I'm gonna move something forward. So probably spent some time looking around, trying a couple different things since then.
Well, and all honesty, it was just something that her thing popped up on Facebook, and something just led me straight to her.
Mm,
I really wasn't really looking or trying to look for a trainer. I had thought about it or considered,
yeah,
but I hadn't really put in any legwork to do it. But whenever it popped up, something just said reach out to her.
yeah. So there was a connection. There was something there, and it was just timing. Like, okay, this is meant to be, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so you connect with her, you get started. Were you nervous? Were you anxious, kind of going
Oh,
in?
oh gosh, yeah. I
Yeah.
told her I was afraid. I was afraid of failing. I was afraid of,
Mhm.
spending this money and it's not working. I was afraid that I just wasn't going to be able to commit to the level of commitment. I was terrified.
And so you go in, you meet with her. Did she do a good job of alleviating some of that, making you feel comfortable, kind of getting rid of some of those fears and anxieties?
From the moment, like we did initially did a phone interview first. And from the moment of just the phone interview, I just felt really comfortable with her. It was just something about her that I felt comfortable enough to where I could just talk to her, tell her my
Hmm.
story. And she wasn't judgmental about anything. She asked me all the important and pertinent questions that just, put me at ease. And so then whenever I did meet with her, it was almost like meeting a friend.
Yeah. And so you walked in and you're like, okay, this feels great. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's still a little hesitant,
Of course.
you
Of
know,
course.
but and after still some prayer and consideration, I just said, I'm just gonna jump into it.
Okay. And so you go through it, kind of explain the process, like what the atmosphere has been like working with her and training. Like, what's that been like?
It's family. It's all family, and that's what she makes you. That's what she stresses, is that it's a family. We are a family. We're going through all of this together. Nobody's ever thrown out there to the wolves where we're like by ourselves or anything. We all go together and work together, but in the same sense, there's a privacy to it too, to where, if I have something going on, I can come to her and talk to her. And it's not where there's confidentiality. There's a lot of, confidentiality there as well. But, we discuss things in our meetings, in our empowerment meetings. We discuss things as a family,
Hmm.
and it's always positive reassurance, no
Yeah.
matter what. Even in the times where you feel like you might be failing, there's positive reassurance that, what, it's okay. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it right.
And it's not like one of those places like drill sergeants dreaming, screaming, yelling, nothing like that, right?
No,
Okay.
no, never.
Okay.
There's
And
times where I want to curse her for pushing me, and she said, you know what? If you don't want to do that, then I'm not doing my job. So,
mhm.
but no, never drill sergeant.
Right, but pushing you out of love, out of concern to get you where you want
Yep.
to go. Okay.
Yep. Basically.
Okay. And
Yep.
you mentioned a couple times this word empowerment. So a lot of places, right, training, you go there, you go and you sweat, you train, you work hard, But it sounds like empowerment, there's an emotional side to this. There's a
Oh,
mental component that you guys are diving into.
oh yes, most definitely. I basically, and I tell her and I tell anybody, she's my life coach as well as my trainer. Because along her, and I think that was the main thing that drew me to her, was because it's not just the eating plan and the physical plan about it. It's a spiritual part of it too. To where we meet once a week and we talk and we discuss what got us to this point. How can we change our habits? How can we change things about ourselves to make ourselves better? And it's all spiritual and Bible
Mm.
based, which you definitely don't run into that often. Before anything that we do, there's always prayer, and at the end of it, there's always prayer.
And that's
You
probably
know,
something you like, this part of it, something you hadn't expected going, right? You expected, all right, I'm going to get in shape, lose weight, but you hadn't expected this side of it.
no, because and it's making me think, it's making me go back and reevaluate things from my childhood, things in my life now. It's making me want to grow and be different and be better as a person and not
Hmm.
just to focus on losing the weight.
Yeah, so it's basically not the band-aid. It's actually looking in and trying to solve the issues that are causing all the things.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, it
Okay.
really is.
Now, some people may see that and may think, okay, well, I just want to lose weight, I don't really need that. That may scare them off some of this stuff. What would you want to say to that?
That it's not. I mean, she has a different aspect to it too. She has options to where if you just want, if that's what you just want to do and you want just the online portion of it, to where you don't have to be there for the empowerment meetings and you just want that part of it, she has options too.
Okay.
So going into it, she gave me the option of, if you just feel like that this is where you want to be, and you just want to do the online portion of it, and I give you the meal plans and I give you, the workout parts to it, then that's fine. But me myself, I felt like I needed to be around people,
Okay.
like-minded people, and
Okay.
I needed that push. I needed some accountability. So for me, that gave me some accountability.
Right. And it's not scary. Like you're diving into things that you're trying to make yourself better, right? It's not a scary journey, right? It's something that's actually, in a way, and correct me if I'm wrong, kind of exciting. Like you're learning about yourself as you're getting in better shape,
Hmm. Hmm.
mentally and emotionally and physically.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely, definitely.
Okay, so we work on that side of things. Let's talk about the results you've seen on the physical side. So you've been there, you've been training. What have you seen? You had any tracking any numbers, weight loss?
Oh
What about that stuff?
yeah. I started my journey with her just the beginning of this year, January
Hmm.
16th to be exact.
Okay.
And whenever I started, I was at my highest weight ever, which was the 304 pounds.
Hmm.
And as of today, this morning, weighing myself, I'm down 30 pounds.
Wow.
So I'm at 274, and that's in about less than 3 months,
Wow.
you know, of, just, and I told her just in amazement, just because usually getting results like that, I had to have maybe tried taking some supplements and, Slim Fast and doing all those Atkins and things like that. And all this is simply working out and eating, and she's the meal plans, following the meal plans. If you follow it, it's foolproof. And I honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm spending the majority of my day eating. So
The
I'm never
opposite of
starving.
what you would think, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm never starving myself.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can see, and I've had people now start to tell me they can see the physical change in me, to where, my you can tell a difference in my weight. My endurance has increased and picked up. She tweaked my workout plan because I was telling her that I don't really like working out. I mean, nobody really does. But
Nobody really does, but yeah.
she found me something where it's something that I'm enjoying doing. So now I'm doing a couch to 5K train,
Nice.
to where I'm actually where I never ran before. Now I'm running. I'm actually
Hmm.
jogging and running, and I can feel a difference in my body, to
Yeah.
where my endurance is picked up. Before I had aches and pains, and now they're nowhere near like how they were.
Yeah. And I'm guessing there's some other side benefits too, right? If you're losing that weight that fast, have you noticed any differences in maybe sleeping patterns or energy levels, anything like that?
Yeah, yeah, they're getting there.
Okay.
That's I think my biggest struggle is sleep for me.
Okay.
And but it's one of the things that I can tell that is picking up a lot more now, to where my sleep is picking up and having more energy. And I can also tell that I'm more focused, to where before I could feel like I was in a fog,
Mm-hmm.
with not eating right. I felt heavy. And so I just felt like I was just walking around in a daze and in a fog. And now I feel more clarity. Like
Yeah.
I can focus better.
Have you noticed too that, right, you go through work, sometimes things pop up, emotional stresses or things like that. Have you noticed that things may be a little bit easier to manage or handle, or you're learning how to do that?
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. I'm learning that it's the bigger picture, and it's okay. It'll
Hmm.
happen and I'll get past it, and it's okay.
Okay. Any other side benefits or things that you've seen from in the last just few months of doing this that kind of pop to your mind that as a benefit or a result?
Um, Nothing other than I've just gained more confident in speaking up for myself now.
Hmm.
Whereas before, I'm learning to set boundaries and not allow people to overstep those boundaries.
Okay. So
And
like
so that's
belief in
probably,
yourself, right?
yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it sounds like too where you have this belief that you're probably starting to see that, wow, I can do things now that I wasn't able to do before.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, there was a point in time where I couldn't even squat or bend over because my knees were hurting so bad, and now I have more mobility
Okay.
about myself.
Okay. All right. Would you go as far to say that this has been life changing for you?
Oh, most definitely. Yes, I can
Okay.
say that she has definitely changed my life.
Okay. All right. Just a couple more questions for you then. I guess I'm thinking of, let's say there's somebody who is in a very similar situation to where you were in the
Hmm.
past, and they're, having things they're trying to overcome or issues or wherever, and they're hearing your story and they're inspired by it, but they're still kind of on the fence. They're not sure, if this is the right thing for them. What would you want to say to kind of nudge them over the fence and maybe be like, this might be the right thing for you?
Just try it. You can't lose. I mean, only thing you're gonna lose is weight.
Mhm.
You're not going to lose if you just try it. You just got to step outside your comfort zone. If you don't step outside your comfort zone, you're just going to always stay like a hamster on that trellis wheel and just keep
Mhm.
on spinning and spinning and spinning. And if
Absolutely.
you don't, you have to take that chance and try it.
Absolutely. And I guess the last question is, since you mentioned this has been a life-changing experience, you've seen a lot of benefits and results through this time. Let's say that Coach Tam decides right now that she's okay, I'm turning off my phone, no more email, I'm going to turn the business, turn everything, shut it off. And this is the last time you could ever say anything to her. No, it's the last time. What would you want to say?
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you so much for just being you, and not just being you, but being the person that God has called you to be. Because she could have been so many other things. She could have been doing so many other things, but she's allowing God to pour into her, and that's allowing her to pour into us. And I just appreciate it so much, and I appreciate her so much.
Well, I appreciate you and coming on, sharing your story, doing this, and I think it's great in just a really short period of time, the results that you're seeing, not just physically, right, emotionally and mentally. And I just want to thank you for coming on and do this. And I want to wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, take care.
All right, thanks.